Hey guys, we're back. I'm the Comic Foil. Welcome back to CrossCode. Last time we beat this dungeon, who is apparently the final boss of like the in-game Cross Worlds. But there is still more to go with this DLC story. So yeah, right now everybody's talking about what they thought of this last dungeon. Emily said, "Ha! I was first." "Don't worry, dear. Most of us just arrived." "True. That dungeon was seriously long." "More importantly, Space Bird Battle. Finally, we could fight those Space Birds! They had it coming for wasting my time with their poetry." "Emily, please. Those are the gods of the Ancients. We all should be grateful that we finally found the secret of the Ancients. A portal to a new world. I knew it would be something like that." "Yep. It's the perfect way to make a sequel. Can't wait to run another track of the Ancients. Fantastic!" "Huh. Got you, Grasshead. Woohoo! Not so smug now that you run it for the first time, huh? Hold on." "Hello, everyone. You see, I took longer because I was busy helping Jorn out. Excuses." "Hey, I never asked for any help." "Whew. I guess that was it." "Yeah, and that was quite the boss fight. They definitely worked hard on it." "Hi!" Uh-oh, where's Citron? Citron's not here. "Hey." "Oh, Lee's already here." "Beaten by your own clone. How does it feel, Shizuka?" Well, Shizuka definitely has an excuse if she was helping Satoshi, because Satoshi obviously isn't so much a gamer, he's just a developer. Might not be great at this game. Kind of like when Reggie Fils-Aimé plays Super Smash Bros. Well, figures. I'm not the one spending my whole time in the game. Lee's like, oh! Like, on herself. "Speaking of, where's Trani?" "That's right, Trani is the only person missing, it seems." "Let's just wait a bit. I'm sure he'll show up." Scratch that. I just checked. It seems he's back in Homestead already." "Well, maybe he finished first?" "Anyway, that was a long session. I'll call it quits for today." "Same." "Alright." I'm getting my voices all mixed up. They're like all starting to blend together into a mono voice. "Alrighty, I'm sure most of us here need a break. It was an honor playing with you all. Have a good night." I have a bad feeling about Trani. We should pay him a visit, no? Alright. I'll wait for you at his house." Alright. That alright. People saying, "Open the gate." Dude, you heard the general. We gotta wait for the new game. I can't wait. It'll take them forever again, won't it? I'm sure it'll be worth the wait. Slopes! Looks fun, actually. Anyway, very cool. So, can I... Yeah, am I able to just walk back through... Okay, I gotta walk through this long corridor. Sorry, I was also just looking at my texts. But okay, I still have these keys. And the keys must be for the outside area and for these treasure chests. It would be great if I could get more rose cones. So let me see if I can figure out... Yeah, there's a chest here. Is it cone seeds or rose cones? I think it's rose cones. Yeah, so let me run around here a little bit, see if I can figure out where to use the key to this. Somehow I can get up on the upper levels, I think. Oh, I think I see my way up here. There we go. Okay. So I think I can use this to hop along everything. Oh. Yes, okay. Teleporty thing. I was wondering, I was looking around, I was like, I don't quite know how I'm gonna make that jump. Now I do. Okay, so that brings me up here. Yeah, and I don't want to drop down. Go to the next screen. Nice little crystal there, but over here there's a key, and I can use that to... Okay, I unlocked a wall over there. How do I get over there? I don't really know. Let's see, can I... Yeah, this should let me get to this treasure chest here at least. Rift Spore. Okay, I didn't even know that was a thing that I could try to get. Okay, so is there a way up to this area that... No, it looks like that's to get there from the other side. Okay, so I need to look for a way up on the lower screen. Normally this would be a good thing right here, but it doesn't seem to get me quite anywhere. Yeah, especially anywhere where there is a slope, where there are stairs, is helpful. It's tough because some of the cliffs are like so sheer that it's hard to tell until you're next to them. Okay, so these are teleporty things here, so clearly that must factor into it. So let's follow this path over. That's a teleporty thing, too. Okay, so maybe it's on this screen. There's a wall there. So, how do we get up high enough to get onto this ledge? You know what I think is interesting, speaking of action RPGs? So, the new Yakuza game came out, or the new Like a Dragon game, or whatever you want to call it. Technically, you could call it Yakuza 8. Oh, guys, leave me alone. I don't want to do this. Okay. Allie and I were just saying to each other, it's so weird that, like... I like the combat just fine in Like a Dragon. Arguably, it having turn-based combat now instead of the, like, real-time action that the other Yakuza games have, like, works better for the overall package that the game seems to want to provide. Ooh, okay. Figured something out there. Can I jump, like, catty-corner? There we go. Okay, so is that going to... Yes, that looks like that's going to stay down. Okay. So I bet I could do the same... Go up there and go the same way from the other side. Okay, it's just interesting because not a lot... A lot of game series seem to be moving in the opposite direction of being action games with RPG elements and trying to get rid of turn-based combat. And I don't think that's a bad thing either. I mean, personally, I like turn-based RPGs, but I get how it's very easy for them to be dry, even a lot of the games that have stayed turn-based. Did I already get a treasure chest that was here? I must have. That X must have been a treasure chest. So I am still confused. Okay, I just saw there's like little entrances on the side here, so there must be a way for me to go up and around. Yeah, okay. When you just like keep backing up to other screens. Yeah, even games that are still turn-based, like Bug Fables, they do a lot of stuff to like really amp up the action with like action commands, or they like to still have like real-time elements, or they're trying to keep things engaged. Or Persona 5, I think, does that a lot just through, like, all the switching and staggering and stuff to, like, keep things feeling very dynamic. There we go. There we go, we can get to an upper area that way. Oh, okay, I see another way further up, though. Okay, this way. It's sometimes hard to really comprehend all the... I guess this wouldn't be quite isometric. It's not like... It's not really, diagonal enough to be considered isometric. Okay, how about we jump to this thing, this thing, this thing. Okay, and can we make a jump to here? No, are we supposed to? Maybe. I think maybe I was supposed to... Oh, I think I see. I think I see what it is. Yeah, so it makes Yakuza a very rare case of something that has opted for turn-based combat over a more real-time action-y game. Whereas everything else, the trendy thing seems to be to go in the opposite direction. So that must have been like a very tough creative decision, but I think it's paying off for them. I haven't heard anybody complaining about the turn-based combat. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that, you know, there's nothing that everybody is going to love. That might be it for that. Let's check the other side. Okay, good. I feel like I got kind of lucky with that. I was just kind of shooting around. And we're gonna go upriver. Yeah, I gotta keep an eye out for any little, like, half steps upward. There's, like, a uniform height to things, and then there's, like, half of those. And that's when you know you found something good. Yeah, I guess I'll go back this way then. This seems like it's going to lead me to a chest, but not to the one on the other map. I'm not sure. Oh, there's another thing for a key, but I don't have any more keys. I think I've used all my keys. I don't want to hop down yet. I'm worried if I hop down, I'm going to cost myself something. Oh wait, no, that's the one that I just opened. I circled all the way back. Okay, so how do I get to there? And over here, okay. Oh, Rumble Hive. I remember seeing that for one of the items too. Right, it probably, yeah, it comes from the bear. And I mean, maybe this isn't really worth my time, but I do kind of want to get all of the upgrade pieces that I've been wanting before I head to the final challenge, so I do feel sort of obligated to get these treasure chests because I think they're going to be the best way for me. one of them has to have cone seeds, right? Or rose cones, or whatever it is that I'm looking for those last couple items on my build. I think Rumble Hive was something that I needed, so this is paying off. Oh! I didn't think that would work. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do all along. I just didn't think that would work. Okay, cool. So now I'm over on this side. I don't think I ever got over to this part before. Oh! Okay, very cool. How do I actually... Okay. The geography there was confusing me a little bit. So then... Yeah, this gets me up to this section. I'm on the opposite side from what I thought I was going to get to. I might just spend the rest of this episode getting chests here, which is a dumb thing to be doing in flippin' episode 95. I didn't want this to be a 100 episode series, but... Okay, where's my incline from here? I'm sure there is one. Oh, cool. Okay, just going to ignore the little magnum guys. Alright, wow, 4 diamonds. Okay, and I hope that's all I'm really supposed to do on this side from that cliff side. I would think the other one that's on this map would be something I get to from up here. Yeah, there's another one on this page too. I recently bought some more games that I bought more games. I didn't mean to buy more games, but these were 2 releases I've been very excited for. I got the Another Code Recollection, the collection of the Another Code games that were originally on the Wii, Nintendo first-party titles, and I bought the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney games, the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney collection. Because I've played Apollo Justice, but I've never played either of the games that were previously 3DS exclusives. I've never played Dual Destinies, and I've never played Spirit of Justice. And while I understand a lot of people think those 2 aren't as good as the original trilogy, that's fine if they're not. I'm still really excited to try them out. I don't see... Yeah, because I played around here before, and I still am not seeing how I get up to where I want to go. Maybe there's, like, something funny about the water here. Like, I'm wondering if there is a secret way to... If I can, like, make, like, a basilisk lizard. Maybe somehow there's, like, some water you can walk on, like it's very, very shallow in one point. But no, I don't see it. And I can't even really see over there. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe I'm starting to understand this a little better. No, that gives me a higher vantage point. Okay, those look like places where you teleport to, so... yeah, that makes it like I do need to go this way. I bet it has to do with these again. Yeah, okay, so how do I get up there? I think I see a path. I think I see a path that I'm starting to try and follow back. I am visualizing it. I am forming it in my mind. Okay, I've lost it a little bit. Oh, right, okay. So I have a jump there. Okay, and here's the other treasure chest on this map. That's where it is. Okay, well that gets me to here at least. And then... yeah, so this one is very easy now. Yeah, I played the Great Ace Attorney games about a year ago, and I did really like them. They have some of the same, like... some of the same low points as other Ace Attorney games, where they particularly... I feel like Great Ace Attorney particularly has the problem where, like, you have figured out the solution, but it takes so long for them to, like, get to the point of the case for you to actually, like, present the evidence. You spend a lot of time just waiting to get to use the thing that you've already figured out. Up. Yeah, don't fall. Okay, and there's one chest on this page. Okay, for a second it didn't look like I'd be able to get up from there. And along the ridge, Ridge Racer, cool. And right over to this stupid island. Butterfleeg? It looks like you are another pet. Inventory, that's right. A single flap with its wings can cause the biggest storm. Okay, yeah, it's just a little butterfly. That's cute. Okay, so let's go back to here. Back to the center. So I'm thinking since I did a kind of crisscrossy thing to get to the right side from the left side, maybe I could do the same thing. Excuse me. Maybe I can do the same thing from the other angle. Now that I know how to jump onto those pillars, especially. Yeah, I think I see what I'm doing here. Yes. Then from here, do I just jump right down? I think so. I think that's what I do. Hit this button so that I can get up here. Cool. Yeah, there's some nice rock formations, but stick to the maps that say they have treasure chests on them. And easily getting across to here. Okay, I can jump over here and break these really quick. I don't think I'm going to get enough rose cones, though, for what I want to make. I feel like I needed a lot of rose cones, and I haven't been getting that many. There's definitely some, like, some optical illusions with what things are at different heights. Bat Boy. Okay, and again, I did all of this for a pet. But that's okay, I like the pets. Yep, It's exactly what it says on the tin. It is a small bat. I love bats. Allie and I call them sky puppies. Seals are sea puppies, and bats are sky puppies. And otters are river puppies. Yeah, I think that's... No, there's one more treasure chest somewhere, but I don't know where that is, and I think I am done with trying to find it. So let's head back to Homestead. Actually, before we do that, let's go to Rhombus Square and see how close we actually are on those last few pieces of equipment we wanted. Yeah, that guy's always going to have the exclamation point there now. Even though I've already talked to him and I've already bought things from the top floor. So, to review, I'm looking for the better Serene Bubble and the better Life Fiber uniform. What am I still missing for Life Fiber dress? I need 15 more rose cones just for that, and I think I need more for the bubble as well. Not that I remember exactly where the bubble item was. No. Yeah, it wasn't Very Last Straw Hat. Yeah, where's the upgrade to bubble? Torian anchors. Reactive plates. Oh, Serene Bubble Plus, yeah. So I need 20 more rose cones to upgrade these two things. And that's the only thing I need is rose cones. And to my knowledge, there isn't anybody who will trade for them, is there? I think the only thing I can do is just keep running back and forth there and hope that I get the items that I... Because apparently Botanics doesn't really help you because you can't start a, you can't start a chain there. So that's no good. Okay, but I do remember that I wanted to get more of these items. Okay, well I picked up 5 more now, 6 more now. So these are farmable, it's just going to be a little tough. I guess I could farm them faster if I had, like, any of my lucky things equipped. What do I have that actually does that? The drill, right? Infinity Spiral Drill? Yeah, lucky. But probably I'm just gonna leave this for now. I mean, there's not a whole lot of game left, I don't think. Yeah, supposedly this is like plus 60%. I don't really know what plus 60% means in relation to getting rose cones. Is it like a 60% chance to drop anything, or specifically each item? Like, I don't really know how to interpret that stat. Yeah, I don't think I want to keep on this for much longer, though. I got 6 of them. That's a start to what I still wanted to get. Yeah, some of these now are dropping 2 items. And I know there's other items with the Lucky modifier, so... Okay, and that one's 7. Yeah, Strange Shard and Salty Grass, like that's not what I want. Don't give me that. yeah, if I break those and get a strange shard, that's one thing. But not just, like, other random stuff. Okay, Lucky Lucky did make a pretty big difference, actually, because now I have 22 of them, which isn't enough to get that, but might be enough to get the other one. Yeah, Serene Bubble Plus. Okay. Yeah, how does that work with... Right, it unequips it to do that. But, okay. So re-equip that, good. And re-equip the Sunshine Bracer. So it's just a Life Fiber uniform that I'm trying to get. What's cool is when I complete all of this, I guess my equip level will then always be equal to my player level, which is pretty cool. So that just means Lucky Lucky did make a big difference, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna need to farm 18 more rose cones, unfortunately, so that sort of sucks. But okay, I can maybe do that off camera. In the meanwhile, hey, there's the butterfly I just got. Okay, let's see what Trani's up to. Yeah, I'm worried about you, man. I'm over here. Hi. Hey, Trani. What's up with you? Did you finish the dungeon that quickly? No, I went back early. What? Why? I just wasn't in the mood. Sorry. Mon Dieu. So, why is that? I guess Lee, or rather Sergey, didn't tell you anything, right? Tell me what? About who I really am. What? You're Toby, no? Student, biology nerd? That was an act. What? I was spying on you. And that's not even the worst of it. I am glad we're telling Emily this. She deserves to know. Right at this moment, you're talking to Sidwell. I'm his avatar. Excusez-moi? You're joking, right? Tell me he's joking. What the heck? I'm sorry. How does any of this even make sense? All of this time? Take the raid event. I arranged it so we could pull Lee into Avatar ground. And after Lee escaped again, I tried to get you two to reconcile, just so we could get you to go for another raid. Stop this! This is not helping! But that... Just back off for a moment. Let's leave out the weird part about you being Sidwell and all. You said that you spied on us? Yes. Okay. I still remember how I got mad as hell at poor Lee for very stupid reasons. What was it you said back then? Lee didn't really want all of those things to happen, we? Right. So what about you? Did you want to drag Lee into the Avatar ground? Did it feel like the right thing to do for you? Well, I just did what I planned myself, so... Actually, no. That's the thing. It felt wrong. And honestly, this is what I don't get. Even though it was supposed to be what I wanted, I regretted what I did, even back then. There. That's something, no? Emily's being very forgiving now. Definitely shows a lot of character growth on her part. I never really thought about it. Emily has, like, the perfect Ohage. I think that matters. Does it really, though? We? At least I think we really shouldn't be mad at you. For now. I don't know what to say. Better not say anything stupid, because I'm trying really hard not to be mad here. Oh, okay. So, why do you think you are Sidwell? Well, I remember things that only Sidwell could have witnessed. I guess Emily, since we, like, disappeared at the end of the main game, probably has talked to Sergei before and has wrapped her head around this Evitar stuff a lot better. Because I was afraid her first thought would be like, wait, you're Sidwell? And think that, like, he was Sidwell playing as Trani right now. But also, you felt bad for spying on us. Why didn't you stop? I'm not sure. I just had to. It was the plan. What plan? The long session. Wait. Your session has concluded. Huh. What? Wait! Trani, are you okay? Not quite. Why? Trani, please calm down. What happened? Trani suddenly remembered things. But then he almost collapsed. About the whole interrogation program, there was a bottleneck. Simply moving players to the Evitar ground wasn't enough. We had to move them in the right moment to make it seem plausible. Show them familiar scenes and characters to trigger their memories. To do all that, we had to gather information on the targets first. Learn about their background. And that's why we spied on them. Outside and within the game. What was strange, though, I remember that we had up to 20 targets to watch within the game simultaneously, but I don't remember any other spies working within Crossworlds. It was just me. Just Sidwell. So you watched all those people at the same time? That's right. I was playing Crossworlds. A lot. Switching between different avatars, playing with multiple groups of people. Are you absolutely sure? There really was no one else. Not entirely. I seem to remember no other person working with us. But whenever I do, I panic. Everything goes blank, and then I can't remember anything further. They haven't activated any Evitars yet. They haven't, like... Citron was only the 4th Evitar they woke up. It was Satoshi, then Lee, then Luke, and now Citron. So there might be other Evitars on that server that they have yet to wake up that are in the same boat as Citron as, like, being spies, though they might not have the same memories as Citron had from his, like, player file of hanging out with Lee and Emily. However, one thing I do remember, I met that person in Evitar Ground. That's right. And that's why we were wondering, can we go there? To that Vermilion land, or what's it called? I'm sure if we go there, Trani will be able to remember. Well, the thing is, we know it's closed off, but you do have the connections, no? Unfortunately, that is not all. Instatainment plans to demolish the whole area in a couple of days. What? Why? You have to see it from their perspective. Considering all that happened there, they would rather just make it disappear. Of course, their priority is to continue their business. I'm honestly not sure if I will ever be able to remember it on my own. But it's fine. Maybe it's something meant to be forgotten. Don't say that. Please, Monsieur Asimov. We have to go there, somehow. Alright. I had really hoped those days of doing things unofficially were finally over. I might be able to arrange something. Thanks. Merci, monsieur. But I will need time until tomorrow. For now, you better just sleep on it for a night. I will get in touch with you. See you tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Whew. Alright. Guess all we can do now is rest. And when this is all over, make sure to finish the final temple. It's worth it. Sure. I mean, this will be a load off of Emily's mind once she comes to understand all of it. I didn't realize Lee actually logged out when she went to sleep, or if I did, I didn't remember it. I thought she actually just, like, slept there. Did you come up with something, Lee? Wait! Hey! Good morning, Lee. Do not worry, I just arrived. Wait! Why did nobody tell me about this meeting? Oh well. What's the news, Monsieur Asimov? Well, I talked to Jet and the others. Tonight we will be able to sneak into Vermilion Wasteland one last time. Awesome! Let's go then. Wait a moment. I only expected Citron to go there. Tronny, just by himself? He might just remember things and collapse. Then what? Poor Tronny needs our help. Come on. I suppose you have a point. I will have to check with Jet. Thanks. Très bien. In any case, we will start the whole operation tonight. Let us meet in Citron's house to start things off. Make sure you are well prepared. Alright, tonight it is. Let me know if you feel like doing any last-minute grinding together. Same. Alright, Citron's in a better mood. Okay, and that was the end of Chapter 13. So it is now Chapter 14, then? Yes. So I believe that this is the last chapter. There are no more chapters. Trying to remember how to get to then. Is it up here? How do I get to Shizuka's temple? I know there was supposed to be something that I could do if I went and spoke to Shizuka. I think I need to go north from here to do that, though. Yeah, somebody told me to make sure to go talk to her before I finish things off with Tronny. So when I go and talk to Tronny, that's going to be the point of no return. So maybe before then, I'll farm out those last cones. Oh. No, this isn't right. Is it at the old dojo? I honestly do not remember. Okay, I know there was this exit over here. The old dojo... Yeah, the old dojo is where I fight the beetle guy. It's been a while since I've explored Sapphire Ridge. Okay, yes, it was up here. No, this is the entrance to Vermilion Wasteland, or at least it was. So... I do not remember how to get to where Shizuka was. I guess I'll have to look that up or something. Old Dojo Tunnel Meteor Cave. Was I supposed to go around? Is it in the back, or was there a door in there that I'm forgetting about? I completely don't remember this. Wait. No, okay, alright, I do remember this. I got, like, one of the shades that I needed here. Okay, so I guess I will have to look up where to go. Last thing for the episode. Let's spend some CP. I got 2 points I can use. I'd rather use it on something big, but at this point I don't know how much more CP I'm even going to get. So how about we grab Shooter? Increases the damage of range attacks by 12%. That's not small change. So... No, you know what? I'll take Brawler instead. Because for fighting bosses, I do more Brawler. Over here on the Heat side... I have 5 to spend, so I could take this Brawler 15%, which would have helped before. Okay, you know what? I'll take the balance, and then for these other two, I will spend it on a... I'll spend one on scope. And I'll spend another one on heat armor, 5%. Okay, what can I get big over here? Yeah, there's elemental resistances, but I don't know if that's even what I want. Chill Rush, and I gotta keep building to Solid Guard. Yeah, that's more shock armor. Or I can take... Yeah, I'll take the Status Mend, and... Yeah, I'll take the shock armor, whatever. Oh, wait, no, I don't have enough for the shock armor now. I'll take Focus and Max HP. And then with my 4 points over here... I'll take the big Wave armor, because Wave is what I use most defensively. And... yeah, I'll leave that 1 point there. Alright, so that's going to be it for me today. Wow, I got 88 hours stored up in this game. Yeah, hopefully next time I see you, I'll have more rose cones, and I'll be able to buy that last piece of equipment I really want. Be able to get my life fiber dress, or life form dress, or whatever it was called. But until next time, I'm the Comic Foil. Thank you for watching. Yeah, next time, starting into the post-endgame.